The star-nosed mole is one of the strangest mammals on Earth. His nose contains 22 sensory tentacles, packed with over 25,000 nerve endings.
The star-nosed mole uses touch instead of sight to perceive its world.
Almost completely blind, the star-nosed mole relies entirely on its extraordinary sense of touch.
The star-nosed mole scans its surroundings up to 12 times per second with these tentacles. Each tentacle is covered in tiny Eimer's organs, making the star-nosed mole's nose incredibly sensitive.
It can detect, identify, and eat prey in as little as 227 milliseconds.
His brain allows to process touch information with unmatched speed.
Uniquely, the star-nosed mole can smell underwater by exhaling and inhaling bubbles.
The star-nosed mole releases up to 10 bubbles per second to detect scents.
The star-nosed mole is the fastest mammalian hunter on the planet.
The star-nosed mole is semi-aquatic, thriving in wetlands and streams.
In the star-nosed mole's brain, nearly half the somatosensory cortex is dedicated to the nose.
His brain contains a visible star-shaped neural map of its nose. It inhabits marshy lowlands across eastern North America.
With a very high metabolism, it must eat nearly its body weight daily.
It primarily feeds on worms, insects, and small aquatic prey.
Its thick, waterproof fur protects it in constantly wet environments.
It stores fat in its tail to survive periods of food scarcity.
It remains active throughout winter, even foraging under frozen surfaces.
Unlike most moles, it sometimes tolerates others in loose colonies. It evolved its unique nose over millions of years in wetland habitats. It belongs to the Talpidae family, but is the only member of its genus.
It typically measures 15 to 20 centimeters in total length.
An adult usually weighs between 35 and 75 grams.
It is preyed upon by owls, hawks, foxes, and larger carnivores.
Its primary defense is its extensive network of underground tunnels.
It is currently classified as least concern by conservation authorities. Wetland drainage and pollution increasingly threaten its habitat.
Its sensory system has inspired advanced designs in tactile robotics.
It is widely studied for its extraordinary tactile sensory system.
Engineers study it to develop robots that navigate in complete darkness. It serves as a key model organism in neuroscience research. The extreme cortical magnification shows how brains prioritize critical senses. It can determine if an object is food in just 8 milliseconds.
If something is not edible, it moves on almost instantly.
This ultra-fast processing helps it conserve vital energy.
Experiments reveal how it builds detailed tactile maps of its surroundings.
It constructs elaborate tunnel systems perfectly suited to its wetland home. It employs a star-shaped search pattern to maximize foraging efficiency.
Wetlands provide the high prey density needed to fuel its metabolism.
It is highly adapted to fluctuating water levels in its environment. It can remain submerged for several seconds while pursuing prey.
In resolution and speed, its sense of touch rivals many animals' vision.
It expertly filters vast, tactile input to focus on what matters.
The star-nose gave it a decisive survival advantage in dark, wet habitats.
It helps aerate soil and regulate prey populations in its ecosystem.
A thriving population indicates a healthy wetland ecosystem.
Habitat loss from human activity increasingly endangers it.
It typically breeds once a year in early spring.
A single litter usually contains 3 to 7 young.
It is rarely seen above ground, living most of its life in secrecy.
It is primarily nocturnal or active during twilight hours.
It is primarily nocturnal or active during twilight hours. The female raises her young alone in a protected nest.
Century. It exemplifies nature's remarkable solutions to extreme environments.
For it, touch is not just a sense. It is its way of seeing.
Young become independent within a few weeks.
In the wild, it rarely lives beyond 3 to 4 years. In a world of darkness, it reminds us that vision comes in many extraordinary forms.